Do you still ever get just a little bit nervous right before the show starts? Not nervous, but just a little anxious.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
happens.
I wanna make sure I'm there on time and prepared, that I've made sure you guys are prepared, my co-hosts. So if we need photos of something, I wanna make sure I get it to you.
Yeah, I certainly appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can hear myself in your background, so if you can turn that down, that'd be great. But guys, we are disjointed tonight. Ricky is on his deathbed. He is away from Studio 1A in his own studio. Uh,
Yeah.
Ricky, thanks for joining us. Tim is not here.
Of course
We,
not, because he can't be one-upped.
we
One of the few
literally
shows.
named the title of this show after Tim, and he's not
Well
here.
well, it's one of the few times ever that one of us says, "Hey, I need to show up remotely. I'm on my deathbed, but I'm still gonna show up," and just not to be outdone,
He just no shows.
he just says, "No, I'm not gonna come."
Today's a huge day for me, Ricky.
Yeah.
Transitioning slightly here. First of all, for the first time in 7 weeks, I was able to get like a good run in this morning. I had my hip
Oh, thank
issue
God.
and then I had the COVID and the whole bit, but I finally starting to get back into it a little bit.
Thank God.
So I know I won't be as grumpy anymore. Number two,
Yeah.
however, on a downward turn of this roller coaster of my day,
Mhm.
this whole primary care healthcare reform thing I've been working on the last 7 years and like kind of pioneered for the company I work for and transformed all of their family medicine docs, all 400 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw it out the window this week.
Oh, interesting.
Just completely abandoned it. And I found out through an email that was mass populated to everyone. So
Hmm.
at least that was only a better chunk of a decade of my life. So
Good thing you've really been making a change.
yeah, it really makes you. It's like I guess your entire existence, especially considering my entire 20s were dedicated to this as well. So it's good 17 years of my 41 years of life just. But
And yeah.
the Broncos
Yeah.
today announced my guy Bo Nix will be the next Drew Lock of the Denver Broncos, baby.
Let's effing bow.
Let's Bo, baby. There's no way that this ends poorly. All right, this is where I'm going to hit the button. Yeah? This is where I hit the button. This is where you do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. Adam. Oh, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, Pack-a-Maniacs, and welcome to another episode of Pack to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I'm joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone call for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
I'm hitting the button so far.
Well, and I don't even know we need to talk about him. He is is he a part of the show? We'll find out if we see Dr. Tim.
And you never walk away from the table when you're on a heater.
Well, we've got a bit of we got a cool episode this week. We've got a little bit of show and tell. At least two of the three of us have some show and tell. We'll find out with Tim when he gets here momentarily. But what I love is we're going to bring on some listeners to see some of their show and tell, what some of the cards they've hit recently. And I always love seeing what our listeners are picking up these days. It always makes me feel like such a rookie collector because they always find the coolest stuff that I would have never thought of. We've got an NCAA league update for you all as well.
Yes.
Spoiler, didn't go well for Ricky. If the man of the hour ever gets here, we've got a bachelor party coming up for the big guy. We'll touch a little bit of that.
Shows up, yeah.
But before we jump into the show itself, Chad, do you have any show-related announcements?
I've got quite a few. So, Ricky, now's the time. Get your cough drops in, your hot tea, your warm blanket. I've got two. And I want to remind some people of ways that they can help support our show. Of course, a lot of us here shop on eBay. Today's going to be a big eBay portion of our show. And just before you go out shopping, on eBay for those lovely and beautiful cards, we want to remind you to head over to our website, pttfpodcast.com. You can see it up here on our YouTube. Go visit us there at Pack to the Future Podcast. But if you go to our website, click on that sponsor affiliate links, scroll down, click on eBay, and everything that you purchase in the next 24 hours, the show gets a small little kickback in the process. Completely free for you to use. For those of you on YouTube now, you can see what I've recently been checking out. Look at those sweet kicks, Ricky. What do you think of those? We'll see them here in just a second. Some nice Utes, University of Utah red Ute shoes, and a whole bunch of looking cards coming up here. But go check out our website. Not only can you find our affiliate links, you will see promo codes as well. And really, just an excellent place to enjoy your weekend. You can watch our show. You can listen to our podcast, all while you shop and spend all of your money. That's pttfpodcast.com. Ricky, I've also been involved with Basketball Card Fanatic.
Yes.
Issues, printed, beautiful, high-quality issues that will be delivered to your front door each and every month with your subscription. Not sure if it's right for you? Well, I'm here to tell you it is. It just is. Go check out the website, bcfmag.com. You see featured here's the most recent episode of the Dream Team. Ricky, we've got a new one that should be coming out to all subscribers here in just another week or two with another beautiful magazine. On the website, you can go to a free preview and you know what? Start to read about some of these articles that you, the listener and the viewer, submit to help make this magazine go.
So amazing. So amazing. And they do. They take listeners and you guys help them along to make very interesting articles. And it looks like a professional magazine because it is. I mean, it is the most professional hobby-based magazine I've ever seen, hands down. And I'm putting it up there with B is for Beckett.
B is for Beckett. And B is now for bcfmag.com.
Damn right.
Go to purchase your subscription, use code PACK10 and get 10% off your order. And you'll get a big old hug and maybe a smooch from me the next time I see you.
Yeah.
Ricky, lastly, I want to show you a couple of reviews that we've had.
Oh, it's been a minute.
It has been just a minute. How we switch over to this, no one knows. So we're going to do a little something here on the YouTube. Bear with me. But we have 2 new listener reviews that I'm very excited about. Over here on Apple Podcast, you can visit us there at Pack to the Future Podcast. We've got season 3, and it's got a different logo, and that's how you're going to be able to find it. It's got that lovely little train in the 3 heart that MIA Tim created for us. But let me show you a couple of these 5-star reviews. One for Cardboard_Boilermaker. I think we all remember our past season, my difficulty with simple literature and reading, so this will be a good one. Good test. One of the best shows out there. These guys bring the heat every week and leave it all in the studio. In-depth analysis of irreparable damage inflicted by the Utah Jazz by Danny Ainge? Check. Love for the hair-focused relic cards? Tons of it. The highlights of degenerate gambling habits? You can bet on it. Oh, I see what he did there. You see what he did with the bet?
I get it.
Expert explanations of Mormon pseudo-sexual slang terms? All day, baby. You love professional wrestling? These guys love it more. Earthquake is still sitting just above where the deceased body of Ricky.
I've been watching nonstop 1998 pay-per-views in your house. I'm obsessed, baby.
Yes. Could not ask for more in a sports collectible memorabilia trading card-centric podcast. Cardboard_Boilermaker, thank you very much.
And
we got one more from Looney Tunes. Look at this one.
Are you going to get through these?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I think I did all right on the first one. PTTF is like a hot tub. How about that?
Hey, hold on. I predict that you can get through this flawlessly, but if you mess up, you have to start over. I predict you can get through this within 2 readings.
Here come the dogs.
Oh, there he is.
Here comes Tim.
He is.
And Tim's got his fiance with her. with him. So apparently he did not come from work. We will need to interrogate him about this.
Oh, okay. We'll need the Card Corp music. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you expect me to find that on the thing? We'll see. This show is fun, engaging, and hilarious in a way that no other sports card podcast really is. Odds are you need something like this in your rotation that provides a break from the monotonous market talk and weird hot takes. Almost screwed that one up.
Yeah.
These guys were friends long before the podcast and it shows. They bring all of that camaraderie and fun to each episode while diligently inviting you, the listener, into it. Whether through live interaction via the YouTube stream, periodic follower engagement opportunities, or simple laughing along as you pick up the running jokes, it's hard to listen and feel disconnected. In that way, the PTTF podcast is like a hot tub. You may be hesitant to get in at first, but once you're nips deep, the warm and bubbly atmosphere will make you want to stay until your fingers get pruny. At MS Basketball PC. I wonder if that was a typo.
Oh, I don't know, man. That might be the missus.
It could be. It could be. If so, welcome to the show. And speaking of welcome to the show, that entire chaos occurring mid-show with no regard for any of us or human life.
No.
Guys, welcome. Yeah. Dr. Tim.
Almost.
Wait for it. We're going to do that again. Dr. Tim. Well, it's close. Tim, where the hell have you been? Yeah. You told me you came from work.
Nice of you to join us, Tim.
Your bloody fiance is upstairs. Where the hell have you been?
Oh, it's on the way. Yeah. Here I am.
Turn down your damn.
I did.
Oh, this guy. Guys, just ruining the whole show.
I feel like we're in the multiverse.
Tim, we have 3 guests here with us. Would you care to join us?
Greetings. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Tim. So Are you planning on showing the photo of the card that you bought?
No.
Of course not. It's just a show and tell show for all of us.
We did the show and tell show because of you.
Oh. No, you didn't.
Wow.
Ricky was the one with the mail day. No? It was me?
It was you, Tim.
Damn it.
Hence me asking you to send me a photo of the card.
Do you want me to send you a photo of it?
Yeah, like an hour ago when I asked you for it. Would have been just stellar. So guys, let's start with our listeners that are here behind the scenes listening to us bitch and moan. We've got 3 people who are here to share their recent pickups. And we're going to start with Geechee cards.
Yeah.
Will, welcome to the show.
Will. Nice to meet
you. Thanks, guys. Good to meet y'all, too. Been a loyal listener for about 3 years, so it's good to finally meet you.
Hell yeah.
Very good. And, welcome. We've got lovely view. Mrs. Doc is here in the background, which is great. You get to see the parents fight, and I'm sorry you had to see that. That's always awkward.
Yeah.
But, Geechee, do you want me to call you Geechee or Will?
Either one's fine.
All right, we'll go with Will. So, Will, as I went back through our chat in preparation for today, hey, Sarah, can we help you with anything? As we go back through our chat, you have been for me in tickets, and particularly my 98 NBA Finals ticket, and kind of telling me, hey, let's hang on to some of those things as I was contemplating selling them. And you reached out and said, hey, I wonder whether or not there's opportunity if I could come on and either talk about cards or even, I think, magazines. So what do you have to show us today?
Yeah, so I've, like so many other people, got back in the hobby around the pandemic, and kind of as over the past couple of years, become disillusioned a little bit with cards just because the print runs and all the parallels and stuff like that. So I've kind of narrowed my focus a little bit in my collecting. I am a alum of Davidson College, so of course I've got to be a big Steph Curry guy, and he pretty much everything that I collect is related to him. So I've got a lot of ticket stubs from his most important moments, and have been kind of thinking, well, what's next? So I found a couple of new cool things that I think are really cool. And this one is a ticket. Hopefully you guys can see it, not too much glare. It's from a random Warriors Bobcats game in 2012. And you say, well, why in the world would this be important? So in this game, Steph hit 8 threes and Klay Thompson hit 7 threes. and the nickname Splash Brothers was born. The Warriors PR folks who were running their Twitter used the hashtag Splash Brothers for the first time. So this ticket I picked up is like $5 on eBay because nobody really knows anything about it. But I bought like 6 or 7 of them, just scooped up all the ones I could find on eBay. So this is the origin of the Splash Brothers game.
Is that laminated or is that like a?
It's just in a top loader right now. None of them have
amazing.
Yeah, none of them have been graded by PSA. Like I said, I've got like 6 or 7, and I'll probably send a couple off to PSA just to get the label on them and stuff like that. But it's just in a ticket top loader right now.
Damn,
that is so cool. When you submit one or more of them to PSA, do you know, are you able to put the origin of the Splash Brothers on the PSA slab?
Yep. So you print out, if it's something that has not already been on a label before, you can print out like an article that proves this, do the research for them basically, that shows, hey, this was the first game that was used, and they'll add it to the label. They'll do not really custom labels for you. They'll put like the last line, they'll put whatever you want on there as long as it's real.
That is so cool. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Call me stupid too, but I didn't realize there were top loaders for ticket stubs.
I had no idea.
So this is what I purchased was it's called a currency stub. It's made for money, but it fits ticket stubs perfectly.
Perfectly. Yeah. And I didn't know that. I knew that you could get a PSA slab identifying the importance of that game, right? So long as it was real. I had no idea. Like, yeah, if they haven't done it before, how do you prove it? And I had no idea that people send in articles. To prove it. It makes all the sense in the world. I've just never thought about how the hell would you confirm that with them? That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. And like I said, right, it's currently a Pop Zero in PSA. So I'll have the first couple because like I said, I think I bought all the ones that are available on eBay. I've got like 6 or 7 of them.
I bet you could sell one to Chad for a couple thousand.
Maybe so. So I've got one other ticket I want to show. The other thing I started doing, again, kind of got all his big moments except for his debut because that's out of my price range. But I started looking for any game that Steph got a triple double in. And so I found this one. This is game 2 of the 2017 NBA Finals. And actually, Steph and LeBron both had triple doubles in that game. That was the third of the 4 straight years that the Warriors and Cavs played each other. And in game 2, both Steph and LeBron had triple doubles. So picked up, and again, that's like $10 on eBay because nobody really knows. And they're not terribly hard to find because it was in the day. Like this was a ticket that was not actually used. Somebody probably used a barcode. So it's a full ticket. And again, like $10.
Damn, dude. Chad, you might need to go searching for one of these to go next to your double patch.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, you guys got me the case for that, and I've got the double patch. Like, what a brilliant idea. God, that's really good. I like that a lot.
And that ticket itself looks badass, too. It almost looks like a noir card.
Yep, and this one's got a picture of Steph on the ticket.
Oh, man.
So it's really
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, so
very cool.
And so the newest kind of genre that I've gotten into is magazines, and specifically Sports Illustrated. I've just learned within the last year or so that CGC grades magazines. And you guys, I think, may have mentioned that PSA is starting to grade magazines and comics as well. So started getting into that as well. And I've joined a couple Facebook groups, and I found a guy. I posted in one of the Facebook groups, hey, I'm a Steph Curry collector. And this guy said, hey, I've got all these Steph Curry magazines. I'll sell them to you for $10 each. And it was like a lot of 10. And so this is the first time he was ever on the cover of Sports Illustrated from 2013.
Damn.
It's in basically I haven't got it graded yet, but it's in basically mint condition. There's, I think 40 of them have been graded all time. That's 2013. And then in that same lot was the first time he was on Slam magazine.
Wow.
Which again, 2013 as well. So I've never actually graded any magazines myself. I've bought a couple graded. I've got one that I can show you just so you can see what it looks like. But, I'm planning to send those in to get graded at some point. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do it now with CGC or wait till PSA starts doing it.
Right.
Do you have any idea what they focus on when they're grading magazines?
Yeah. So the biggest thing is like over on the spine, like when you open it, if there's any like discoloration, they call them like spine ticks.
Okay.
So like looking at the spine, and then basically like you would a sports card or a ticket or anything, like just the the condition of it, whether it's bent or whether it's specifically with the magazines, like the color. If the color is broken with a bend, is bad. And one thing that's really interesting is they actually encourage you to press your magazines before you send it. So like in cards, that's like, big no-no or whatever. But in magazines, they put them, you can like send them off to people, or CGC will do it. They put them under a heat press, like what you would screen print a t-shirt with. And so you can like smooth out any wrinkles in them. And you're actually encouraged to do that before you send them in, which I think is it's very different than any other collectible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tim's going to buy a heat press right now for all this.
Hydraulic press.
Right.
You seen what those do?
Tim just puts all his cards in a panini maker.
Right.
Panini press.
Yeah. And the last raw one I've got to show you, I found this on eBay for like $5. Again, big Steph Curry guy. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these magazines, these Sports Illustrateds that they used to do before the NCAA tournament. They'd put one guy from each team on the cover.
That's awesome.
So in 2007, Steph's freshman year at Davidson, they made the tournament. So you can kind of see there he is, the baby-faced assassin at the age of 18.
Like a Warren photo. Yeah.
Right. It totally is. And again, so the other one I showed you is considered his first cover, but this is 6 years earlier was the first time he was ever on the cover. And again, got this on eBay for $6 because nobody knows that's actually. Wow. I mean, Kevin Durant's on here somewhere. Greg Oden's on here. I mean, it's really cool to kind of go back and look at that.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Do you leave spoiler?
Just so you guys can see, this is that same. I have a copy of that same issue graded. So this is what a graded slab looks like.
That looks awesome.
Yeah. So that's that same 2007, and there's only 3 of these graded ever. And so
wow.
We'll see. If that, cool. And I don't know if this will ever have any value or anything, but to me, that's especially in his Davidson uniform, that's really cool to me.
You can almost hang those based like with using the graded slab itself, right? Like
100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they make wall mounts for those. I was just gonna say, and it looks badass when you put those on a wall for art.
I heard 3M strips work great.
Absolutely.
That was not a paid advertisement. So.
No.
And Chad, I've got one specifically for you to look at. This is actually the first graded magazine I ever bought. I didn't really know what I was doing, and it was like $10 on an auction. You may recognize this magazine.
I was about to say, yeah, you can get them graded.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is
BCF
Steph on Basketball Card Fanatic. For those of you listening at home, this is Basketball Card Fanatic January 2022. And if this is something you want to get into, grading is really weird. Like a 9.8 is basically the highest you can get.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And that's what this is. So really cool. And I can't afford his Topps Chrome rookie card, but I can get the BCF with that picture on it.
Yes.
Hey, Will, how amazing are those Basketball Card Fanatic magazines?
Well, I'd love to tell you that I've read one, but this is the only one I have, and it's in this slab, so I've never actually read one. So I've just looked at the cover. They look really cool, though.
They are cool. They're super, super cool.
Well, very nice. Well, Will, thanks for coming on and sharing with us. One thing I didn't say for you guys ahead of time, so I'm going to tell you, and then I'll pad just for a second. If there's anything that you want to promote or give a shout out to, aside from telling all of your eBay secrets, which you've now done, anything that you would like to promote?
Nothing personally. I mean, I just think there's in these two kind of emerging markets, there's some really cool content about tickets and magazines on YouTube. There's a couple folks that I've really started watching and educating. And it's really great to learn and kind of be in more of a niche market for me. Is I find something that's got like a pop 3 versus, a Wemby rookie card that's got a pop 20,000. Like that's so much cooler to me than to see something that's so much more rare.
Definitely.
Love it. Well, reach out to Will on Geechee Cards if you have questions or anything you think he should be chasing. Will, thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening, and welcome to the Wolfpack.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we'll see you.
Thanks, Will. Those are awesome.
How cool were those?
Oh, see, cool. Again, I'm telling you, we throw it to our listeners, and suddenly I feel like I don't know how to collect anymore.
Those tickets were awesome. I really do need one of those tickets to put inside of the case you guys got me.
Yes. It sounds like they're cheap.
Well, for
You better
now.
jump on right now.
All right. Well, we got another friend. We got Joe. JJ Gambino.
Yeah.
Joe, welcome onto the show.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Tim, nice of you to join us.
Well, Joe, you have never ceased to amaze me on your card collection. When we were in Dallas this most recent time, you sat down with Wax Museum Kyle and Carter, and you had a little case with you, and you didn't really make much of it until I think Carter finally said, like, hey, can I see what you got? And inside of that box, everything was more valuable than anything I own in my life. And it just completely floored me. And you were so nonchalant about it. I loved it. So I'm pretty excited to see what you have to share with us.
Well, I was looking through Carter's stuff as well, like a lot of like really neat stuff. Even Kyle's stuff is great. I mean, I just like the rare stuff, and I think everybody has that one piece in their collection where like, whoa, where'd you find that? And just like I was telling you guys, you know, a lot of the stuff is, yeah, I bought it. You find it a long time ago, and maybe you don't see them all that much, but it's just stuff that is hard to come by because it's the collector stuff, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's my niche for collecting. That's what I enjoy going after, and it's a lot of times it's just like, oh, cool piece. I've never seen that before. I'm just gonna pick it up.
Not a bad approach, you know?
Absolutely.
And as a result, Joe doesn't own a couch. Totally kidding. It's just the angle. It looked like, you know, we're in his office, and I'm like, he's buying all these cool cards instead of buying furniture.
Well, I don't own a nail to hang up my
right point. What is this, like a $5 IKEA seat and books?
You know where your priorities lie.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, still driving my 1993 Honda Civic. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, what do you got to share with us tonight?
I actually came to audition for Tim's job. You know,
You're hired.
No,
Leave. Yeah.
love Timmy. I'm going to share with you guys one of those like pieces I just had no intention of buying or pursuing. One day I was just kind of searching eBay, and I see this card, and I'm like, wow, that's like one of my favorite football players for so many reasons. And it's autograph. It's one of those like on card autographs, like not pack pull, but like, you know, you go out to a show and you meet them and you get it signed.
Oh no.
Excuse me. It's an insert card, which, you know, I guess there's like a lot of pure hobbyists that do not believe in getting rare insert cards signed or autographed or in any way, shape, or form altering them from the original pack pull stage.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely made an exception for this one. This is got a 98 platinum medallion.
Oh man.
Autographed.
That is gorgeous.
I missed who it was.
Jason.
Okay.
Jason Taylor.
Yes.
Dolphins.
That is beautiful. And I love that when you got it, and I think most people do with their PC, at least I hope they do, that you got it graded as identified as the card itself, right? Instead of just grading the autograph on a trading card. Oh, 31 of 98. Whoo.
Yeah.
That is a beauty.
We have the TriStar sticker right on there, so you know it was either like a national show or it was kind of like a TriStar show in Houston, which annually it might be like one of the. I think they do a show out of Kentucky as well.
Yeah. Oh man, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I mean, I not necessarily grew up, but I definitely remember a lot of Jason Taylor. You know, like he went from defensive end to linebacker. He had like something like 18 sacks one year.
Yeah, was a beast.
For the another year. Damn. It's like, how do you play defensive back and linebacker in the NFL for 15 years and maintained such consistency and high numbers.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I loved watching him play. And the thing that I love about that autograph is the card itself doesn't pop with color. And the autograph it doesn't fade into it, but it holds that same theme as well, which I love. It really makes it look like it was meant to be on that card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maybe we could get a little bit better.
Yeah, that looks so good.
Damn, dude.
I like that a lot.
But just like Chad is saying, so the autograph, it's looks like a thin black Sharpie.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just blends into the gray platinum medallion background.
It's the same theory as like the Chicago White Sox uniforms. I maintain they have the best uniforms in baseball. And the reason is they incorporate gray into their black and white, right? It looks really good. So they're the only team that looks good in those grays. This card, same idea. It's got the white and the black and gray, and that black Sharpie. Normally in an aftermarket autograph, you don't want black Sharpie on a card, right? It clashes with the card itself. With a card like this, though, with the blacks and the grays and the whites, oh man, it pops really nicely.
That's a great looking card. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, guys. I'm actually a lot more excited to see other people's cards and your stories and just kind of see what you guys have picked up recently.
Well, you'll get to see Chad and I's. Tim's, you can go F yourself, evidently.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the purpose of a mail day is to actually have the card in hand. And, this is one I haven't razzed off and it's in the mail.
The purpose of a podcast is to talk to your listeners.
Yeah, so talk about it.
You are the fucking worst.
Yeah, Ricky's great. Come on. You too, Tim. Don't listen to these guys.
A long time ago. It's the only way I survived.
It's true. That's true. Well, Joe, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for listening. We look forward to you supplying the coffees to the next card show.
Anything
you want to promote before you go?
Yes.
I just want to promote you guys. You guys are always doing a fantastic job. Great show as always. More listeners every single week. You guys keep up the energy. Thanks for doing what you do.
Man, too nice.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Joe. Have a good night.
Thanks, Joe.
Later, man.
Oh, man, that card was gorgeous.
Card is gorgeous. Tim, I'm sorry. You're getting the brunt of my frustration. You missed the intro, which I'm not belaboring the point that you missed it.
Yeah.
But you did miss it.
Had a work day. I got so mad at work yesterday. I almost punched a hole in my computer screen.
That's not good.
Yeah. The whole primary care thing that I built the last 7 years?
Yeah.
Gone.
Out the window. Yeah.
Gone.
It just ripped it up, and Chad was here needing a couple of friends, and
all I needed.
me.
Well, I was busy pulling tapeworms out of a guy's butt, and
did you pull him out?
Well, I mean, he did most of it.
There's a pill for that.
No, I mean, it's got a Ziploc bag. I'll send you that picture before I send you what I got in the mail. You ever seen a real tapeworm? Most people come into clinic and they're like, I've been pooping worms. And it's always like bamboo shoots or like a bean sprout.
Yeah.
It's never a real tapeworm.
This
sucker was like 3 feet long, and you could see its teeth, its legs.
Where do you grab it from? Like just below its
Well,
teeth?
I mean, he pooped this one out, so I mean, it was dead.
It was in a
he
bag.
Brought it in a bag.
So it's not alive.
No, but it was a legit tapeworm.
Are you going to try it on Timmy's test kitchen?
I should. I need to lose some weight for this wedding.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you can ingest that. I saw a black mirror.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. And then just a single dose of a little anti-parasitic, and I'm good to go again.
Who needs Ozempic when you got pooped out tapeworm?
Yeah. no tapeworm face, So. Yeah.
Oh man.
So with that being said, Hugo, welcome.
Okay, this is crap. We need to put him on the chopping block.
Uh-oh.
Hugo on the chopping block?
Yeah, we're gonna take a little detour.
That's good. It'll take the attention off me for being a dick to Tim. Tim, I'm sorry.
We are in a fantasy football league that is called NCAA Football 25.
Mm-hmm.
Chad's in it. Ricky's in it. Tim told the listeners to go F themselves.
Typical.
Repeatedly. After week 1, Hugo and Selly come out. Oh, we need to increase the difficulty on this game. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's like my goddamn 15-year-old son who wants to play on effing Heisman level. So, Tim, we increase it from freshman to varsity, 1 level.
Okay.
I effing lost to Ohio State.
Michigan.
I threw at least a dozen interceptions. At least a dozen.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Guess what Nebrolian's score was? Oh, and Nebrolian coaches effing Kentucky. 97-7. We're playing with a couple goddamn ringers. And I am starting a petition to insist that we go back to freshman level. This is horse shit.
That's rough, man. Kentucky.
It's absurd, my friend.
Well, 2025, you guys have lost every single running back in real life. So
not in our league. Not in our league. He's streamlining towards number 1. Honestly, I'm considering paying Hugo to tutor me in this game.
Wow.
Well,
I told my wife, and she says, "So, do you guys all play the same length in quarters? Is he playing 15-minute quarters? No,
5 minutes, man.
he knows how to pass the goddamn ball."
Reading defenses. Jeez.
Dude, I float it, interception. I throw a bullet, interception. I try and run, -5. Against the computer.
Ricky, weren't you saying you were pretty tired from that sinus infection this week? Is
Yeah, I fuck, man.
that all the Sudafed or the prednisone?
I'm rethinking my life choices at this point. Tim, if you don't get on PlayStation and join a team, I never want to hear I'm not going to be good enough because Napoleon's winning 97-7.
I'm pretty sure I could put up more than 7.
Well, he's not beating me 97-7, but he's beating the computer, and I'm losing by throwing 100 interceptions. But Chad and I did think that we were playing each other on Monday night. And turns out we weren't. So we hung out while we each played the computer. Chad actually won his game, as did Sally, as did everyone, except me. But we do need to announce, Chad and Ricky, Texas is rolling into Utah. Week 3. This Monday night, we're going to FaceTime it. YouTube Live. Do we want to give a time for that, Chad? I'm about done for the show, just so we know. My voice.
Yeah, let's do 9:30 Eastern is what we'll do for that.
What time?
9:30 Eastern.
Perfect. 9:30 Eastern it is. 7:30 Mountain. Get on there and watch me lose to Chad. Honestly, if I can get with Hugo between now and next Monday, that would be ideal.
Hugo,
tutoring.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I've a lot to unpack for sure.
I've always maintained you can never trust Hugo. He's French. You can never trust those Frenchmen. I've always said that about him.
Oh yes, we know that. I know that for sure, Richard. Thank you. Couple of things. All right. Well, first of all, Ricky, you are in the legal system, I believe. Do you have any proof that I requested to you or Chad to change the game settings?
I know that you had Selly act in your
No.
stead. I know you paid him off.
Prove it. No.
I'm this close to proving it, Hugo. I'm this close.
All right. Well, you better have good lawyers because I don't have any yet.
All circumstantial, Ricky. Yeah.
Tim will represent Hugo.
oh, snap. Show up on time, team, please. I need you bad. I need you bad.
1 week in 3 years, and this is the crap I get.
Yep.
Having the time of my life over here tonight. This is great.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to see Kentucky win for once, right?
No, it's never
You
good to
know,
see Kentucky win.
you know. And I wanted to take Texas, but Richard.
By the
at
way,
first
you're all
overall.
welcome that I took Texas. Can you imagine them with Texas?
Yeah, eventually, right?
Oh my God.
Next year.
What? Yeah, we'll talk offline. I need to know what offensive playbook you're using. I need to know your progressions. I need to know everything.
And for a modest fee, I can log into your account and play chat if you want.
When you do that, use his credit card and buy everything on PlayStation.
You tell me what you want, Chad. I got you.
Oh man, my cheeks hurt. Well, Hugo, we kind of gave Tim a hard time here about his massive purchase and not sharing it with us. But when I did make the post on Instagram, Pack to the Future Podcast, where you can reach us most easily for conversation, I was secretly hoping that you would want to join because you had shared with me something pretty big. And I don't know if that's what you want to share here. I assume it is. But why don't you kind of lead us into what you want to show the people today?
Talking about cards, right, Chad?
Yeah. It's a big one.
Cool.
It's a big.
Where's the bell?
It's a big.
I got
it. There we go. Thank you. It's a pretty big mail day, and if I dare to say, it's a pretty big Johnson.
Yes! It did it. We didn't even plan that. That was good.
It's a pretty big card incoming. Fortunately, it's still on its way. Bought it about 5-6 days ago. And as we all know, eBay has that authenticity process or whatnot.
So it's a big card you bought, a really huge card that had to go to eBay authenticity, and you don't have it yet. However, we're going to, through the magic of today's day and age and technology, we're going to see that card.
Yes, sir.
Pay attention, Tim.
Okay. I'm here for it.
I was able to get my hands on an Andre Johnson 2010 Topps Supreme Game Used letter.
Whoa.
Yes.
So that's the J, that's the nameplate, and it's a 1-on-1 game one. So pretty excited about that one. And it's a story. I mentioned it to Chad. I mentioned that to Tim as well. At first, the seller had it up on eBay and sent him a couple of offers, and eventually he told me, "Man, I can't let this one go because I actually super collect Andre Johnson and can't wrap my head around parting way with it." So I got pretty frustrated in the first place. I vented to you guys, and last week he reached out. "Hey, are you still interested in that call?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." So we worked out a deal, and it's on its way now.
Damn.
That is such a beautiful looking card. So bright red J for people just listening and not watching on YouTube on the gray jersey background. It takes up almost the entire card with the exception of the top Supreme border. And then a picture of Andre Johnson on the right side of the card, and on the bottom, the good old 101 that really draws your eyes right to it.
Oh, that is simply gorgeous.
I love the J as well. Sometimes people can spell out the entire last name, but I think for him that is perfect.
Yep.
J's for Johnson, as the saying goes.
Told you.
Right? Yeah. I'm excited for sure. This one is not going to go anywhere. And it's been kind of rough to get some of his big cards now that he's a Hall of Famer and folks are really after game one stuff. You get those big purchases once a year or every 2 years. So that's the one for me as far as the Andre Johnson collection.
And I love how the back explicitly says, hey, authentic game used. Nothing feels better than authentic game used on the back.
And that's the
So
big key,
good.
right? You know, I mean, it's a nameplate that's game used, and those are hard to come by. I mean, like you said, Hugo, it's that was a pretty cool purchase.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fantastic, man. It's one of those that, you know, you let it go and you get another big Andre Johnson collector and you may just never see it again.
Right. Well, now people won't ever see it again.
Yeah, that's locked away now.
Absolutely incredible.
Oh, that is amazing.
Thank you, guys.
So, Hugo, walk me through this. Sometimes after I purchase a big card, I get a little bit of buyer's remorse, not because of the card, but because of the price I paid for it. And then I come on the show and Ricky berates me, and then I feel even worse. Did you have any of that with making this big purchase?
With this one, no, because a couple of months ago I was able to sell some cards, some Deshaun Watson cards, as a matter of fact. So that was pretty sweet. I definitely didn't get the value when it comes to selling those Deshaun Watson cards, but because I had some volume, if I may say, you know, having that that cash flow available, it was not a hard decision at all.
It was a hard one though.
Thank you. We are slow tonight. That's okay, guys.
Yeah.
Beautiful card, Hugo.
That's amazing.
Very good. Well, Hugo, anything you would like to promote while you're on here before we let you have your night back?
Yeah, good thing the
absolutely.
Olympics are over. Yeah.
Right. So wanted to thank you guys. Appreciate you all. Fun show. So thank you so much for doing that. Wanted to say that I did not do anything to ruin this league, Richard. It is your fault and yours only. All right. What else should I promote? If you guys like forums, go to the. Let me double check. Don't want to send the wrong link, but the hobbyboards.com forum. It's a pretty great forum, especially if you're into basketball cards. But they do have baseball, they've got soccer, they've got football. So you should check it out. It's pretty fun, pretty cool. And yeah, just look forward to keep talking sports cards, now college football. So yeah.
Hugo, how fun is that league we've started? And tell the listeners that they should jump on this bad boy.
I mean, if you are interested in becoming Richard's new scapegoat, yeah, you should definitely go for it. If you like to play football with friends, you should also definitely join it.
Yeah.
And you know, why not join the fun and start recruiting tomorrow's gym teachers of America, because those 1, 2, or 3-star recruits, you know, you got to keep your expectations low. But yeah, you should definitely reach out to Chad or Ricky about the league.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Hugo. That was awesome.
Thanks for joining, Hugo.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Guys, the listeners did better than I think at least I will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And there's something about seeing someone else's cards. I don't know what it is about you guys and like hearing the story behind it and seeing the excitement for it. It makes me more excited about cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
100%.
really helps because you get inspired, right? I mean, these are like legit collection purchases, and there's a story, there's effort, there's history behind all of it. I mean, it's cool to see. So the meaning of the card purchases.
For sure.
It really is.
For sure.
Well, guys, we got 3 of us now. Ricky, how's your voice?
Hanging in there. And Tim, if you just send us a photo of your card, I'm gonna never talk to you again. It's too late. We're gonna wait until it's here in person. I swear to God, if you spoiled it in our text thread, and after we went through all this, and now we're waiting till the hard copy's here.
Oh,
Tim.
shit, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, that is a big boy. Okay, so we'll do this. Rick, I'm going to put something on the banner down below. If you are prepared,
Yeah.
we'll have you go first. And let me give you just a second to do that, guys. One thing on the introduction that I forgot to share, the Las Vegas Card Show, whom we have no affiliation with, posted on Instagram that they will be coming back for at least 3 shows in 2025. Now, it's not going to be at the Las Vegas Expo Center. I don't know if that's the official name, but that's why I picture in my mind where it was last time. Yeah. But it's going to be at a Ahern, Ahern hotel on the Strip. It's like a little boutique hotel.
Cute.
But guys, end of February, middle of June, beginning of October, 200 tables. So not a massive show. Hotel rooms, free parking, restaurants, bars. Does this move a needle for you guys at all?
I would go back out there if some listeners came.
Yeah. Timmy? Does it do anything for you?
Yeah, I mean, Vegas is a dangerous city.
It is.
Yeah, Tim and I are basically going to be on the train where we get picked up from the airport with a someone watching us. We are escorted, an escort. That's what I was going to say. We get escorted straight to the show and then escorted straight back to the plane.
And not the good kind of escort, you know?
All right, so maybe we'll stick to the national for next year. All right, fair enough. I got to perhaps, if I know my audience, things would go over better. So think before I speak.
You're good.
All right, so why don't you go?
If some listeners had any interest, seriously, I would go. I don't know that I would go just for the hell of it, especially when we're focusing on national this year.
Yes.
But if we had some listeners, it's a 6-hour drive. I'd bounce over there. It's a quick flight. I'd bounce over there to see some listeners.
Yeah. Your airline for $29 a flight or something if you take a red eye, I think.
Yeah. I'd hang out. All right. So I'm up first.
You're up first. And Ricky, tell me your PlayStation 5 handle so people can reach out to you.
Sorry, you cut out just
your PlayStation 5 username.
Oh, at PTTF Ricky. At PTTF Ricky. Super Perfect. Easy. Find me, add me, get at our Instagram at Pack to the Future Podcast. Just say, hey, I want to be a part of the league. We will add you. We can add you mid-season. We're going to play this season after season. This is a damn dynasty league.
Yes.
Tim, get on it.
And free.
I'm like 3 weeks behind. What's the point?
Fun, camaraderie, bonding. I don't know.
It was like the most dejected, honest to goodness answer that just wrecked Ricky's soul. He just wants your friendship, Tim. That's all we're looking for here.
Man.
And I speak for myself on that as well. That's all we're looking for.
Thank you. Get on there, Tim. You don't have to stay a failure. All right. So the first card that I'm going to share is I do have in person, and I'm really bummed that I'm sick and can't be there in person to show you guys. I will bring it next week so you can see it in person. This was a big deal for me. Chad has mentioned in the past that he is building a Shaq collection, or has in the past collected some of his older cards. Shaq was a big deal for me too. When he came out and was a rookie for the Orlando Magic. I was a huge Orlando Magic fan with him and Penny Hardaway, in a way. And one of his cards that was a big chase card was his rookie card through 1992 Upper Deck. It came in, you had to actually hit a trade card that you send into Upper Deck to get his rookie card back in the mail. Now, there's been a lot of, in the past, discussion about Shaq's autographs being fraudulent, and you have to watch out for those. And so I've always debated, hey, how am I going to get a Shaq autographed card and have some confidence that it was him? And I figured the best way to do that is an aftermarket autograph. Either someone, not Shaq or related to him has faked it really well, or but he hasn't faked it, right? Like they've either taken it to him at a show and he's autographed it, or someone else has faked it. Versus, some of these old Topps cards, Upper Deck cards, where it sounds like someone close to his inner circle was helping him autograph some of them, maybe. So anyway, these cards pop up occasionally, these rookie trade cards that are autographed, and a lot of them look really nice. And I've been tempted to pull the trigger on them a few times. And one thing that we'd mentioned earlier in the show with the aftermarket autograph that was shared is a lot of people, when they get their cards autographed and sent into PSA, they'll say, hey, just authenticate the fact that this trading card was autographed, right? And so it'll at the top be labeled just trading card and have an autograph. So what I came across, though, is a PSA slab that identifies this as 1992 Upper Deck trade card. And I'll try and share it right here. And it's autographed in a silver paint pen, a PSA 10 autograph. And a lot of these I've also seen have like kind of the baby blue paint on them. And I've really liked those in the past. Unfortunately, they've either said trade card on the trading card on the label, or have just been too expensive, frankly. So this one was in silver. I was debating waiting for another baby blue one. I convinced myself silver was more authentic to the Orlando Magic. And man, in person, this autograph really does pop. It is really solid and consistent throughout the card. This is a huge card for me from when I was growing up. This is one of the first cards that I got excited chasing and trying to collect.
Woo!
Thank you.
Well done, Ricky. That is an awesome card, man.
I mean, I don't think there's any need to wait for the baby blue. That silver is 100% better looking.
And I've convinced myself that the silver is the more authentic Magic color, right, on that black card. And I have to thank the two of you, because this was a my birthday eBay cards from the two of you went a long way towards me pulling the trigger on this bad boy.
That's beautiful, man. I really, really like that card, Ricky. Well done.
It's a very personal purchase. I like it.
You know, this is kind of a big. You've bought big cards in the past year or two. However, I think that in years past, you would have found a way to buy some wax, even with an eBay gift card. Like, I don't know that you buy wax through eBay, but you've traditionally followed what I've done, or that we both did together, which was buy wax instead of buying the card. But there's far less variance and happiness of cards when you just buy the card that you really, really like, as opposed to 60 seconds, maybe 5 minutes of ripping the wax and not getting anything, and then you're bummed.
Yeah. No, it's funny you say that, Chad, because it's so true. And I am proud of myself with that card of spending my money where, you know, on a card specifically that I couldn't imagine having as a kid. I mean, as a kid, this would have blown my mind. And I thought, like, hey, this is what it means to be an adult, and you actually get to have the things you dreamt about as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And Chad, you and I were talking about that actually with funny enough, WWE Prism, and saying that those boxes were being sold for like $250, $300 a box, and we loved the photography, and we had a big discussion about how you should just take that $250, $300 and buy it on a targeted card that you like. I'd like to say I learned something from that, but I didn't, because I ended up buying another $250.
Fucking hell, Ricky.
Hey, at least you got the Shaq card instead of 2 boxes of Prism.
Well, what you need to do, Ricky, is rip that open and don't look at any of the cards. Just throw them into a junk box, and then in 5 years, pull it out, and you'll have hit like some low-numbered gold card of like the Undertaker.
Yeah, exactly. No, what happened, Tim, is you have a bachelor party coming up.
Yeah.
And I went by the card shop last Saturday to reserve their party room for us. By the way, they are so kind in taking care of us. They have reserved it. We can stay late. And they gave us the family discount. So we love overtime. And man, I sat there talking with Chris and Michelle, and they charmed me, man. The next thing I know, I'm buying a box of WWE Prism while talking with Chris about SummerSlam.
Whatever, Ricky, you're just trying to blame that purchase on me. It's fine. So.
You're right. The first thing I did when I walked in, I was like, yeah, I'm getting one of those.
Ricky was texting me a play-by-play the entire time that he was down there. Like, I could just see him grinning through his text message. So it should be a good time, man. But yeah, part of it, very Ricky got the whole place rented out. We're going to have a good time.
Good time.
College football, we'll play some PlayStation down there. We can get you playing, and maybe a little ripping will be in your future, too.
Tim, I think we ought to put some of it on YouTube Live, like at least run from one of our computers, the YouTube Live, and let you make prop bets with the listeners on Chad and I playing NCAA football.
Yes. Yes. Ricky, maybe you'll rip that box live.
I am going to rip it. I'm going to save it, and it's going to be opened at Tim's bachelor party.
A week from Saturday.
Yeah. 31st.
Yeah.
31st.
If people want to come by and say hi in the afternoon of the 31st.
Dangerous.
Very good. Well, Ricky, congrats on your big pickup, man.
Thank you. And then, sorry, I have one last other pickup. Chad's going to help me share a photo. This was a crazy pickup. I just sent it over to you, Chad, 15 seconds before the show started.
Yes.
And I'll pad. So the other thing I've been collecting, and I've mentioned this on previous shows, is I'm going after, and this is a lifelong goal, right? I'm going after an autograph card of every member of the Dream Team. And so far I've picked up 5. I have Christian Laettner, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, and Magic Johnson. I added a 6th. Yeah. I present to you Patrick Ewing.
Yes.
Crown Royale, numbered to 99. And why this is such a big deal and why I'm excited to share it is I've traditionally really struggled to find his autographs. He didn't sign very much, but he is my point is to announce he is starting to sign.
Yes.
Got this for a pretty reasonable price, like $100. And I think an auction just went for 80. So, I mean, they're not going to bankrupt you to pick these up. I've even seen a couple on-card flawless autographs. Those are, of course, a little bit more pricey. One of the ugliest autographs in all of basketball, but
Ricky can see my eyes. I'm looking up at the TV. I'm like, what the hell does that say?
Yeah. I think it's Wakandan for Patrick. But I just it looks like he's having a seizure when he autographed his card. But I thought it was so cool, and I love the classic Knicks colors and the blue and the orange. I'll have to get it. My plan is to get it graded. That probably will be a nightmare with that die cut, but we're gonna give it a shot and see how it ends up. I'm now halfway through the Dream Team. Now I've got to start mortgaging my house.
Beautiful card.
Thank you.
Well done.
Nice purchase.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I've got a couple, so I'll go through the first 2 somewhat quickly here for the sake of time. A couple of smaller ones that I do have in person. Like Ricky, I do not have all of mine in just yet. But the first one, 2022 National Treasures Super Bowl Immortality. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Of Rod Smith.
Oh, wow.
Now, this is a very nice photo here from Super Bowl 33.
Number 233.
And it is number 233. Huh. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
The significance of this Super Bowl for Rod Smith, it's interesting. It's the second of the Broncos' back-to-back Super Bowl wins. He has been a very, very prominent, or he was a very prominent player in their Super Bowl run. However, in the first Super Bowl, 32, 0 catches, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 33, he and Elway set at the time what was the longest touchdown reception in Super Bowl history of 80 yards and helped the Broncos beat the Falcons. And this is a photo of him playing in that game. Very cheap, $20 card, and something that beautiful photography. If you have not seen these Super Bowl immortality cards from National Treasures, go look them up. They do look great, especially if your team's ever won a Super Bowl.
How will you store that card? Will that go in a binder? Will it go?
I think I may actually put it in a mag, and then, as you know, I've got these vaulted up in my office upstairs. Right. I've got 4 of them, and I think I'll put it in my Denver Broncos one.
I love it.
That way I can see it a little more often.
Sure.
Number 2, inspired by my man Ricky. 2022 Bowman U, first Bowman Cameron Rising Lava autograph. Number 50. It's no red, numbered to 5, and it's not a PSA 10, ladies and gentlemen.
It is such a beautiful card, though.
Yeah, it is another Cam Rising. So happy with that one.
Man, you're all on the Cam Rising this year, huh?
Oh, yeah. He's going to win us. He's going to win the NCAA championship and then the Super Bowl next year. So, get on, Tim.
Okay.
Damn right. If he stays healthy, look out.
Okay.
I have already purchased my flights to the Big 12 title game.
Wow.
I went 2 days early because we're going to do 2 ghost hunts back to back.
Okay.
And then the Big 12 title game. And then we'll come back
Michelle
here.
From Overtime Cards that you already bought your tickets for Dallas.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn right. Guys, unfortunately, I've got 3 cards left. The next one, gone. Missing
What?
in action.
No.
USPS lost it.
No. Confirmed?
Yep.
First card, buy.
National Treasures RPA of Eric Decker.
Oh, man. Decker was like a stud, you know? I mean, he was a stud in real life football.
It was a patch of the letter R.
Fantasy football, too.
Oh.
Yep. Gone. It's gone.
Refund, right?
Was it game used, too?
It'll be a refund. I don't
Don't remember?
I don't think it was game used.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nameplate. Damn.
Yep. Gone.
What the hell?
Gone.
Buy.
But I do have two big ones.
Uh-oh. Let's go into the soundboard. Looking for a drum roll.
My next one, can I also share a screen at the same time? Wow, that's the shortest drum roll ever. Guess it's kind of fitting for me. But Ricky and I teased this. Prism came out, WWE, just recently.
Mm-hmm.
2 Sundays ago, got on an auction. I found a card that said, you know what? I may not see this again. So I went for the auction, and I went for a win. A gold number 5 Braun Breaker.
Yes.
Awesome.
The
Out of 5?
photography of these Prism WWE cards is just incredible.
It really is. It really, really is amazing. And what's funny enough is, Chad, you sent us a teaser, if you will, screenshot, letting us know you had purchased.
Yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
I immediately stalked your eBay and figured out which card this was.
Yeah, did you?
Can I read the guy who sold the card's description of the card? Because I found it quite entertaining.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it took him
Wow.
6 days to actually ship it to me.
Yeah. Tell me if you think this guy is actually a collector or not.
Uh-oh.
For the WWE fans out there, this is a rare opportunity to get your hands on a 2024 Panini Prism trading card of Braun Breaker. This card is not just any ordinary sports trading card. It comes in the coveted Gold Shimmer Parallel/Variety and is numbered 3 out of 5. This card is from the 2024 season and is a must-have for any wrestling enthusiast. The card is manufactured by Panini and features a stunning gold shimmer design that is sure to catch the eye of any collector. This trading card is a great addition to any sports memorabilia collection and is sure to be a conversation starter. Don't miss out on this. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of WWE history.
It's the AI description that you can use on eBay.
Oh, is that really what it is?
Yeah. It takes like every piece of what you entered in there, and then it just puts it in the sentence form.
Yeah.
D's nuts. Got him.
D's nuts. Got him. Got him.
Oh, I was reading that and I'm like, you cornball.
I was gonna stop you, and I was like, I would just let it go. Because it is
we might as well. That was fun.
Guys, my second card, and this is a big one for me. I didn't tell you guys I bought it.
Oh no.
Sneaky.
So this card's something I've been eyeing up for quite a while. Ricky, you've helped me with this, and I finally decided to try and pull the trigger. There's only a total of 5 of these with 3 rated higher.
Okay.
I've been on a big Denver Broncos kick, and it really brings me a lot of joy to collect the icons who I know aren't going to screw up their future, especially their playing year, right? So I have a lot of Peyton Mannings from 2012, 2015. So I went back to 1997, one of the greatest sports years of my life, and watching the Broncos win the Super Bowl with my family, like awesome memories that I'll have until all those football CTE concussions catch up with me. But I finally pulled the trigger on it. And guys, it should be here in the next day or 2.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty stoked for this one.
Uh-oh. See it.
It's too hard to do 2 things at once. We're going to let this suspense.
Oh, you're
build.
good.
I'm working. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Wait for it. There
Loading.
It is. And 1997.
You did it.
Flair Showcase, John Elway Legacy Collection,
Oh,
Row 0 PSA 8.
man. Those cars look so good in person.
They really do.
Barry Sanders did it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motivated you.
Yeah.
You're not gonna regret it, man. That is such a cool card.
You know, the 101 is currently up for auction.
Oh shit.
I thought there was a realistic chance that I could go after it. And I put in a bid on day with like 4 or 5 days left of $2,100 on it. I'm not even close.
No.
Oh.
That card's over $9,000, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure that it's finished.
No.
And that's the 101 of this. And I'm like, well, hell, there's only 100 of these.
Yeah.
And I can get that for a fraction
Yeah.
of the price.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not going to pay $9,000 because I don't have that for the card. But this one, immediately when I got outbid, I'm like, okay, I have to buy this.
Yeah.
And negotiated with the dealer a little bit, who was on a break for 2 weeks after after we talked about it. I said, hey, I'm going to buy this card tonight.
Yeah.
The seller was away, so you couldn't buy it.
Oh my gosh! Like
Oh.
away, not just one of those,
legitimately away. And then I
fudge.
go to it and like trying to buy it, and it's like 10 people looked at this today, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god. Then I got
That's
into a
the
little bit
worst.
of a dilemma because I was messaging him.
Yeah.
And we had agreed to a best offer price.
Mhm.
And so it worried me when he came back onto eBay, and I immediately sent the offer, but he didn't accept it immediately. So it took him like 12 hours, and I'm worrying that all those people that were watching it were going to go in and buy the card. So it's kind of that gamble that you play. Like, should I just hit the buy it now, or what do you
never
do
know.
there?
Yep.
So very excited to add this one. This is a big one for me.
Yeah.
That's a big boy for sure.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Golf clap.
Thank you.
Yeah, excellent. Well done.
But
I vote that we don't let Tim show his. I think he has to
it's
show
not
it
even-
when he gets here.
I can't even prove to you guys that it's in hand. So yeah.
Yeah, I think he has to prove that it's in hand before he can share it.
Yeah, and it has to be authenticated by eBay. That's the key. So
well, guys, Tim did send me a photo. What are we thinking here? Should we show it?
I don't know.
Do we want some music?
It's not a nude.
I'm trying to find some background music here.
Nah, it's not that exciting. You guys have so much cooler stories for why you purchased a card.
Nah, that's not the one I want.
Well,
I don't have anything. Oh, this one could be good. Yeah.
Ah,
I don't think that's fair, Tim. I do think you have a cool story. Like, I bet this gives you a lot of nostalgia from when you went to the pornography and basketball card shop.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I put one of these like in the bike spokes of my like fluorescent yellow dyno.
Oh my God. Did you see Boston Steve? That 101 Elway
It
ended
went
at
for
19,000.
That's impressive.
Woo! I was right there, guys.
You were so close.
Right on there.
So close.
Kinda hanging on by the.
Yeah, you were off by a,
Edge of my
a,
seat
a
there.
one
You
and a
know if you can drive that card? Will that card like drive you around town?
God, I was about to say something. I don't have the bleep ready, and I need to be bleeped on that.
Yeah.
I will tell you guys. I can get this.
Oh no.
That's something you can't ride that card, but Elway can definitely ride me with that.
Hey Ricky, you remember how
Took me a
that,
second, but I figured it out, and it was worth it. I hope.
that bleep button doesn't actually bleep out what you say, right? So
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we'll be editing for the first time this year. First time for everything.
we thought it did, yeah, during one of those episodes, Ricky and I. Yeah.
Yep. Whoops.
Ah well.
All right. Well, I can share Tim's card. Tim, are you ready to start talking about this thing?
Yeah, I mean, this has been in my eBay search for coming up on 3 months, I think now. And every day, on the toilet, in between blackjack bets, I go to my eBay save search and see if there's any notifications for this one. Usually every day somebody posts one, right? And so PSA 8, 1986, 87. Jordan.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, the reason why I finally purchased this one is, thank you. The centering. It's got like PSA 9 worthy centering, which is damn near impossible on these stickers. The back also looks equally centered. I just didn't send you that picture. But I got it below like the peak price. I actually didn't pay like the highest comp for this card. I'm proud of myself for that. And then, yeah, it's just, you know how like certain sports teams have to sign like one player so that the player they really want to sign like gets, a little bit more incentive to come on the team.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what this is, 3/8. The goal is a PSA 8 sticker, check. PSA 8 rookie card, and then a PSA 8 no name on front. So, working my way up. Knocked off the easiest one.
Nice.
And
the 8s for lucky 8s.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So step up.
And plus it's 2 more than 6, which is what Tim's normally getting.
Darren.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice comment. So still giving me crap for the price sticker on the Jordan Upper Deck Star patch auto that I got at the National.
Oh yeah, that's okay. I saw that comment. I'm like, God, I don't remember that. That makes perfect sense. Check his forearm for stickers. Very good.
Yeah,
Tim, well done. That is a beautiful card as well.
Yeah, that's incredible, man, and that will fit perfectly in your red or black chain.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, or yellow. I can steal your gold one, Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. It would pop with that sticker there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
Hey, can I jump back and point out one thing really quickly on my Shack that I forgot to tell you guys? So I had to go through eBay authentication too, just like Tim's, which is why we're still waiting on his. And on the back, it has this little sticker. Anyone that's sent to eBay authentication to recognize, void if removed. Says something pretty interesting on there. Aftermarket signatures and embedded relics are not authenticated. What the hell did you guys authenticate? eBay?
Worth it.
Okay, yep. Oh God.
Guys,
I'm glad that they had to send it down, right? So I didn't get like a Logan Paul base Prism card or something instead. But come on, man.
Ridiculous. Well, it was a fun episode.
Guys, this is one of my favorite episodes that we've had.
Yeah.
Not only seeing your guys' cards, like our listeners coming on and sharing what they've got. I like that a lot. And credit to those guys. We haven't done a video format of Mail Day before.
No, we haven't.
And it's not easy necessarily if you are not used to being in front of a camera. Like, obviously, we don't care what we look like or what we say.
Yeah.
I think we established that years ago.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to do that. So bless those guys and thank you for doing it. I hope everyone out there listening enjoys that as much as the three of us enjoyed that as well.
No, and that's why I think that we're such broken records with, hey, join us on the Pack to the Future Fantasy Football League. Join us in NCAA football. Reach out to us all the time. We know how difficult it is to approach a show like this and say, yep, I'll be vulnerable and I'll let you put me on the air. And we know that that's not easy, but we promise we will always treat you with kindness, and we're excited to have you on. And to your point, Chad, you're right. These do make for the best shows we do.
Yeah.
Love the engagement. All about the community. All about the people. Right, Hugo?
Yeah, we're super nice, except for Tim. He's a huge asshole in real life. Huge asshole. So steer clear of him. But Chad and I, man, you can come up and say anything.
All right, is this where I hit it?
Yeah, it's been another fun show for Chad and Tim for half the time. This is
at least 3/4.
Part-time Tim.
Yeah.
This is Ricky, the Jordan sticker photograph, wishing all of you a one of one night.
Your Shaq auto. Come on.
How long do I let it go for? It's gonna keep on going until I slide.
Ricky put like the eternal version. Yeah.
Slide it out. There we go. I slid it out.
Yeah. Good job. Ding.
Yeah. Ding. Wait.
You're fired.
Okay, so we're going to, without him knowing this, we're going to put Hugo back on stage. Hugo, we really like to end the show with a good walk-off, a good tease of Tort Dan, or something very profound. Hugo, it's your time to shine.
Well, it is 11:06 Eastern Standard Time. I'm getting my back blown by Georgia right now.
Thank God.
But
welcome to my nightmare.
Yeah, Richard,
I hit the end of
wish.
the podcast so perfectly. I'm so proud of that. It's going to be such a good ending. But we're still recording. People are still listening, just not on the podcast. It's going to be perfect.
Have you noticed? Does anyone else realize that Hugo has put his kids to bed, and so he's having to whisper to us?
Yeah.
Ricky, that probably means we need some booming screams so that Hugo can't keep practicing.
Wake up!
Fuck.
No, Hugo and I decided we're going to get PlayStation portables, and when we play each other, we're going to play each other from our respective beds.
It's going to be the dead ball.
Yeah, we've been planning it for days now.
Oh my goodness.
Guys,
it's a family show.
That was a ton of fun. All right, guys. Next week, I think we're going to be Wednesday as well, correct? Next Wednesday night.
Yeah, University Thursday's football.
And then for everyone listening, Monday night, 9:30 Eastern, Ricky and I going head to head, and we'll figure out a way to stream live that. I don't know why anyone would want to watch that, but it'll be on StreamYard through YouTube. You'll be able to see it.
Ricky's going to break his personal record of 12 interceptions thrown.
Nabrolian and Hugo and Tim have to be there, as does Selly. They need to do their version of Manning Cast. I might need to call up Hugo for some plays as well.
I got you.
All right, guys. Hugo, thanks for jumping on, man. We'll chat with you later. Ricky, don't die.
I'll try not to.
Yep.
All right, guys. We'll see
you guys.
Bye, guys. See ya.